All right, y'all. So it's looking like Kim is gonna stick beside him. Okay. It's been a minute, y'all. I am down to the Miami, okay, on a little vacay. All right. So we gotta talk though about Kim and Croy. And it looked like, based on the news outlets, that they didn't called off their divorce, reportedly wanting to work things out for the sake of the kids. Let's get into the tea. Let's get into it. Now, according to court documents obtained by TMZ, Kim and Croy filed Friday to dismiss their petitions for divorce. Sources allege that they are getting along well at the moment and want to figure out how to make things work, especially for the sake of their four young kids. Love was reportedly never an issue between the two, and they've got a solid core, according to the source. Um, First of all, let me just say a couple of things. Number one, it don't sound like love to me when y'all putting each other on blast like that in public. One person accusing the other person allegedly of having a gambling addiction, and it being alleged that one person has a substance addiction or whatever like that. I just feel like that don't sound like love to me. And if it sounds like love to y'all, then I mean, perhaps I'm in a day and an age and a time where love is not what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Love don't live here. It don't sound like love don't live here. And based on the way that the 911 resources have been utilized in this instance, I would say that is probably the best thing to come out of this divorce is that 911 will now be free to have to pick up calls in the Atlanta, Georgia area that do not include Kim calling and wanting to discuss matters of marital concern, hanging out and calling them back time after time over threats of Croy allegedly taking her pocketbook. Okay, so for me, this sounds like a win for everyone, not only for Kim, Croy, and the kids, but for 911 as well. So that means our governmental resources can go back to being misused how they're being misused currently. And so with that being said, I would also like to say that it's usually, as I stated earlier, cheaper to keep her or cheaper to keep him in this instance. Y'all got 1.1 million or some or so alleged in taxes that you owe. You owe Target, you owe the Rolls Royce people, you owe everybody up here and through yonder. So at this point in time, it would be better to work together than to also have to owe the divorce lawyers, which I'm sure you also owe them now some too for filing these petitions and doing all the such, all the things that they have done already. So the debt is accruing. It would be better for y'all to work together. Now, what I would also like to say that is of interest to me is also this: that the timing is also interesting and suspect. I'm not normally a conspiracy theorist of any sort. I like to speculate and I like to provide conjecture on this channel because it's fun. It's fun, it's amusing, and we get a kiki out of it and that sort of thing. But I do find it rather suspicious or interesting, not really suspicious, but I do find it interesting that the timing of this reconciliation comes really on the heels of what we now know to be her return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And we've basically seen the trailer for Atlanta, the mid-season, and what is to come. And we know that Kim is coming up on this week's coming episode. So it's just interesting to me that the timing is like, wow, like right on the nose. You know what I'm saying? Or right on the nose of piquing interest in the couple's troubled marriage that she's going to be reappearing on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I guess we'll see whether or not those ratings spike due to Kim being on the show and hearing about whether or not she will talk about said marital woes, especially since they say, love wasn't the reason and that they're solid at their core. What do you guys think? Secondly, what do you guys think about this mid-season trailer? To be honest with you, I didn't really know what to expect from the mid-season trailer, but it was really about what I expected to a certain degree. I did suspect that we would hear something about a Marlo recording something, which Candy had actually mentioned in, I don't know if it was a speak on it or an Amazon Live, but she couldn't really get too much into detail with it. We also knew about what we had heard from Love B. Scott as well earlier in the season. So now we get a little bit more of that here in the trailer. For me, the most interesting thing is hearing more about whatever happened between allegedly between Drew Sidora and Ty Young. I mean, to me, that's what I'm interested in. That's what I want to hear about. Why was Mimi posting Munch and posting their photos together? That's what I want to know about. And so, if she's going to be answering those questions, I mean, was Ty in the movie along with Drew that Todd and Candy are producing? And were they practicing kissing? And this is what that storyline is. I mean, I'm really kind of clueless. I don't know much about the movie other than that the fact that Drew is the lead in that movie. So I really don't know what else was going on in that movie. Is Ty a part of this? Y'all have to let me know because again, I got vacation brain, so I really don't have any clue right now. But it looks like that will come full circle. I will tell you guys the truth. I will be a little bit annoyed if this whole situation is really just a um, Drew and Ty practicing scenes for the movie because she did say it was method acting. And usually when people talk about method acting, I believe that's basically where you are you in real life put yourself in the space of the person that you are portraying on the screen. And so if she's trying to tell us that she was method acting with Ty Young to really get in the space of the scene and the person that she's trying to portray, if that's all this is, then I'm gonna be real mad. I'm gonna tell you the truth because y'all selling. I mean, I feel like the whole situation with Mimi posting this, everything that came out, it was selling Scandal. And if I don't see Scandal when it's time for, if that's not what I mean, y'all didn't sold me Scandal. I didn't swipe my credit card. If I'm not getting Scandal, I'm gonna be real upset. Okay, I'm gonna be real upset. And speaking of Scandal, of course, we have got to talk about the tea dropped by our boy Funky Neva. Okay. Now I know y'all done seen these snaps of Latasha Scott's husband allegedly with a woman back in June in Las Vegas. Okay. And apparently Funky's inbox is flooded with pictures and DMs. Now, I want to know a couple of things. Where is Latasha Scott? Okay. Who is this woman in question? And what is he doing there without Latasha? Is Latasha at the church singing the gospels? Is she in the choir stand? Is she purchasing choir robes? What is she doing? Where is she at? What is she got to say about this? We ain't heard Latasha say nothing about this speak on it from Tamika. We ain't heard nothing about whether or not Tamika ever got her money back. Is she ever gonna get her money back? That thought pop up in my mind from time to time. Will Latasha ever see it at $30,000 or more? I mean, who knows? Who is this woman that Latasha's husband Rocky is allegedly with? Who is she? Is she somebody new? Is she somebody old? Is she somebody from the past? Is she somebody that he is doing the things with? Is he just or is that just his escort to from the lobby to the hotel room? You know what I'm saying? And by escort, I don't mean like escort. I just mean like, is she just escorting him someplace? You know what I'm saying? But if Funky said that the inbox is full, baby, I believe it. Okay. So I just want to know, where is Latasha at, and is she somewhere praising the Lord? I really don't know. Y'all gonna have to let me know in the chatterization down below. Again, I got a little bit of vacation brain, and I'm doing my best, to make sure I catch up on everything that's going on because I got questions, baby. And I know y'all might sometimes y'all be in the end of the chat with a little bit of tea for me. Okay, so I just had to come on the line and speak about a couple of things real quick because I was like, it's some things happening right now, and we need to have a little quick ponderosa about them. Of course, we'll get more into detail about the yin and the yangs of everything when I get back in town. But for right now, baby, the streets are popping, and I need to know what y'all think. So chime in on the chatterization down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.